This is the Real Estate Foundation, your show for massive action with proven results. Raise your life and your legacy with real estate.
All right, so very exciting news is we have also launched the Multifamily Foundation podcast, and we're just bringing it to you live. Whole separate podcast, same awesome action. And again, imagine if you couldn't fail. Imagine if the foundation of your multifamily business had a blueprint and was built by the best. Well, this is what the Multifamily Foundation podcast is bringing you. We're going to provide you with actual content and tools to build and strengthen your business, from finding deals to raising money to asset management. We will bring you a formula for success. So are you ready to build your foundation? If so, go search the Multifamily Foundation podcast. Rate and review. We'd love a 5-star rating or review. Go subscribe to the podcast, or just give us any review. We want to have you listen to the show, give us actual feedback about what you want, what would make this show the best to help you achieve your apartment investing dreams. And special thing here is that from here, you can check out the next episode that we're actually launching right now on the Multifamily Foundation podcast here today on the Real Estate Investing Foundation podcast. So we're going to be putting up a couple episodes here so you can get a taste of just the awesome action we're going to be bringing you from the apartment investing front. So again, what are you waiting for? If you have questions, go to multifamilyfoundation.com. You can find out more about us, how we're helping others do this. Email us at info@yarusiholdings.com. Let's do this. All right, what's holding you back here? That just gets down to it. What is keeping you from your goal? Is it that you're setting your goal and just the velocity and the huge potential of your goal ultimately just scares you from even get started, because your goal is so big, so grand, that you don't know how to get off the sideline, get off the couch, because it's just such a wide gap from where you are today. We've all been there. We set these lofty goals for ourselves. It's like the New Year's resolution where we set these things, but they're so far from where we are that we can't relate, and we don't know how to get there. And ultimately, it scares us. It forces us back into the position of where we are today. But there's never a better time to start reaching out to your goal today. But you need to set that goal. And then you need to set mile markers that are achievable markers that you can get to one at a time that's going to lead you to that goal. So last week, about a week ago, I ran a 100-mile race. First time running that distance. It was a huge, lofty goal. And my goal was, I'm going to do this under 24 hours because I get a belt buckle saying that I've done this under a day. It's a huge story of how the ultra and how the 100-mile race came to be. However, if I just thought of this and said, okay, I got to run 100 miles, that can be overwhelming. It's just to this point that it was too much. And of 400 plus participants that took on this adventure that day, less than half finished. Less than half finished. Now, was it because of injury? Potentially. Or was it mentally? A lot of it was mental. A lot of people it was too much of a goal for them to just take in and chunk in. I had to start getting to the point where I just had to have those small wins to start building up to those small wins. I had to get to that next tunnel. I had to get to that next aid station. I had to get to that next tree. I had to get up that next hill. I had to get down that next hill. 400 steps here, then 200 steps, then 400 steps, then 200 steps. Achievable goals, so I could start creating that winning environment in my mind, because I knew if I could just hit that next hurdle and then hit that next hurdle and hit that next hurdle, that sooner or later it was going to lead me down the goal. So today, when you have your goal, if it's buying that 100-unit first multifamily property, well, that could be overwhelming because there's all these things you have to take into account. You have to find the money. You have to find the deal. You have to learn how to underwrite. You have to figure out how to close the deal, how to reposition the deal. But if you just take it one step at a time, today, can I create it? Can I create a relationship with a broker? Today, can I have 3 investor talks? Today, can I underwrite 1 property? Well, if you can do that on your list, set that up, achieve that mile marker, well, then the next day you do the same thing. And the day after that, you do the same thing. And the day after that, you do the same thing. Well, now that process is you're creating that winning environment in yourself. You're creating that will to win. And that's what separates you from the others. That's what's going to separate you today from everyone else out there who's quitting, who's saying, you know what, this is just too much. Well, it's not too much for you. I know you can do it. I know you can get out there and do it. But will you? Take a step. And when it really sucks and it's really hard, take another step. And when that fails, take 2 more steps. And past that, take 3 more steps, ultimately down the road until you are at that goal. And then set the goal even farther and even loftier and build those steps from there. All right, let's do this.